Kimchi's delicious, very unique flavour. You've got the tang and you've also got the savouriness. A big part of how you develop that flavour is in the fermentation, and rather it's the build-up of lactic acid that breaks down all the sugars in the cabbage and the dressing. So I'm going to show you how we do that. The first thing we do is we prep our vegetables. What we need is a Chinese leaf, or a Napa cabbage or a Chinese cabbage. So they kind of look at this, almost like an oversized pak choi. Remove the outer layers first. So it's absolutely beautiful, the colour inside. Delicious to have to eat as well. Like I remember one of my favourite treats as a youngster was having wonton noodles with fresh Chinese leaf. It's actually full of umami, so it's a great vegetable to ferment. So I've cored the Chinese leaf. That goes straight into a colander, and I'm going to put a nice healthy sprinkling of Malden sea salt in. So just make sure you really rub it into the leaves itself. Once you've done, put another bowl on top of it. Sometimes I kind of fill up the top bowl with water. That's a natural weight, I guess, which then pushes down on there. And you kind of want to leave it for about an hour. And what we're doing there is we're pushing out all the excess moisture, and that's really important. It'll keep your kimchi really tasty, really crunchy. Next bit, my favourite bit, making the kimchi paste. Aromatic, spicy, salty, sweet. This is the paste that's going to help ferment the cabbage and make it into the kimchi that you want. First step, you need a white onion. So just quickly remove the outer. One of my least favourite tasks growing up in my parents' restaurant, coming back from school, is peeling absolute kilos of this stuff. Put that onion straight into a blender. The second thing we do, I've got something called gochugaru. So that's a Korean dried chili flake. It's quite smoky, almost like cayenne pepper, but it's quite low in the tone. And that's what gives the kimchi its unique flavour profile. So a good tablespoon into your blender with one onion. I've got some peeled garlic cloves here, so about a tablespoon's worth as well. Next ingredient, really important, sugar. That's what the bacteria is going to latch onto, so it's really important. Put about maybe a tablespoon in there. I put a Granny Smith apple in. The natural acidity and the body of it works really well, and also the sugars again. So the apple goes straight into the blender as well. The next thing I put in is a miso, so about a tablespoon's worth. Next ingredient is ginger. Ginger's great. Has almost a wasabi-like spice to it. I mean, Asian food just tastes so authentic with ginger through it. So just get a peeler or back of a spoon and just take off the outer skin. Ginger goes straight into the blender as well. The next thing, shoyu or soy sauce. I like to use a bit of the Japanese soy sauce. Chinese soy sauce, to me, doesn't quite have that savouriness that I'm looking for. So again, a teaspoon, and that's it. We're going to blend this down. The final ingredients now, about a teaspoon's worth of fish sauce. Also, I put a little pinch of shrimp paste. Fish sauce is one of those ingredients that are just like full of umami, so again, really important in kimchi. If you want to make it vegan, you can actually forego all of the fish sauce, shrimp paste. And that's your kimchi paste. Smells amazing already. Sometimes you can even start a stir fry using this as a base, and it'll make it really floral. So drain off the cabbage, make sure it's completely dry. If you've got a salad spinner, use that because they're great because they'll dry it straight away. If you don't have one, that's not a problem. You can either just leave it in the colander and outside and let it dry naturally, or get even a kitchen towel on them just to take off the excess moisture. You want to wash off all that salt. Otherwise your kimchi is going to taste far too salty. Once it's dry, into a bowl. I'm going to add some extra ingredients as well, just for just add a bit of flavour and texture. So I've got some grated carrots. I've got the white end of spring onions. And also I'm going to add something called daikon. There's actually two popular forms of kimchi in Korea. One is with the Chinese leaf, which I'm showing you. But there's also another one that you use daikon for as well, and that's a daikon kimchi. So equally as popular and the same process. Once all those ingredients are there, it almost looks like a nice summery salad. You put your paste in and then incorporate it. And I leave there for about an hour or so, just to let everything incorporate and settle. The final thing to do is to put all your kimchi into an anaerobic environment. I find these kilner jars work really well. You fill it up right to the top. We want the bacteria to really start producing lactic acid and start changing your cabbage. They always say kimchi tastes fizzy, and that's a process of this fermentation. General rule of thumb, leave it for about 2 days minimum. And actually, the longer you leave it, the more delicious it'll get. Make sure that's airtight. So here you are. There's my kimchi. It's going to be delicious in salads, bread, anything really. It's just a great thing to have and really easy to do at home.